administration. Allison, to you.
Excellent question, Rogowski. To improve student administration relationships, I have a very detailed 4-step program that I'd like to explain.
Feisty, Allison, but I'm going to need some more details from you. Like, who are you wearing today?
Well, I don't really think that's relevant to the question at hand.
Whoa, yeah. You're coming through a little shrill through the microphone. We need you to tone it down a little bit. Yeah. Jack, you're a guy. Why don't you take it?
I'm glad you asked. I just woke up in a ditch with no memory and these blue symbols all over my body. So what I think is I'd like someone to tell me who I am and what the hell's going on.
That's tough. Jeffrey, you're a straight shooter. Let's get this one going.
Thank you. So I think that we all know that in order for students and administrators to have better relationships, we need to all be physically closer. It's true what my grandmother said, you know, you can't make friends better than when you have no other options. And that's why I think I would place a giant transparent dome over the campus. Next question.
Kind of domed if we do, domed if we don't. But you're right, next question, here we go. Bowdoin's party scene. What steps would you take to help bring nightlife back to campus? We'll go with you, Mr. Sofficer. Not a police officer.
To teach safe and rad party habits, I propose a financial reward system for anyone who can put together a list of all those cool upperclassmen, team captains, and TAs who are buying alcohol for underage kids.
Kind of like self-policing, I guess.
No, it's definitely not policing. We'd call it more of a mutually beneficial system of information sharing.
Okay, sure. Jeffrey, on to you.
I mean, this one seems a little bit like a no-brainer to me, right? Dome! Once this sparkling beauty just nestles itself down above our campus, students will have no choice but to keep the parties on campus. Thank you.
Both very interesting ideas, but I want to talk about Bowdoin's endowment for a second. Jack, we'll start with you. How about you tell us your thoughts on divestment to decrease Bowdoin's contribution to non-renewable industries?
How did I get here?
You mean to say you have no opinion on divestment at all?
How about I answer your question with a question? Where do I live?
You told us Massachusetts, but hey, I'm asking the questions here, big guy. Allison, I'm going to need you to give an answer on this one.
Thank you. Excellent question. I do support complete divestment, but we need to reconcile it with our other institutional
Sure. Great. Try not to dominate the conversation. Jeffrey, let's take a crack at this one.
Thank you. So personally, I do much prefer the barter system. But if I was given control of Bowdoin's endowment, I would reallocate all of our funds into one 300-foot dome.
Not quite how the endowment works, but I appreciate the creativity. We're gonna move right along. This is for all of you. How would you fix Bowdoin's interactions with the Brunswick Police Department?
I will take this one. Through full transparency and just personal accountability, I think we can really work on it.
Sorry, no, not that. Once this giant messianic fishbowl comes down on campus, I'll abolish the police department and will rely entirely on vigilante justice.
Not how much I don't want to do for this guy.
No.
Not a pulley. What do you think?
Communication is mission critical. So, if elected, I would encourage all students to page me whenever they see their peers making plans to, use drugs or get smushed. And make sure to include all those fun details like when and where and who. Thank you.
Sounds great. Well, we're running out of time here, so I guess we only have time for one more question and one more person to answer. I'm going to pick at random. Allison, let's go ahead.
Thank you. Let's do this.
How do you anticipate being able to fulfill the responsibilities of a BSG member despite being rife with hormones?
Are you kidding me? You're kidding me.
And that's all the time we
my
have.
God.
Yeah, I have a date later to play Hungry Hungry Hippos with Rob Lowe and Enrique Iglesias. So,
What?
I'm gonna let every candidate give one final closing remark. Go ahead.
Just remember, it's not public service, it's snitching.
It's true what they say. The grass is always greener under a 4-inch thick, non-permeable hemisphere.
Okay, if I lose to this fucking dome guy,
Does anyone know my full name? Do I have a family? I don't have any fingerprints.
Really all we have time for. Usually I don't declare a winner, but it seems like Not-a-Poli has gotten the lead on this
What?
one. Don't forget to vote. Your vote could be the sole determinant of all of our BSG membership next year. I'm Rogowski Scott, and it's live from Bowdoin.
It's Wednesday night!
It has always been a dream of mine to host Saturday Night Live, and this is not even a close second. I am pretty disappointed to be here performing for you drunk buffoons. I'm pretty sure that half of you don't even know where you are right now. Can I get a show of hands how many people are drunk or high? Show of hands. I don't think there are administrators here, so you can just pop your hands right up. Those of you not raising your hands, you're dirty liars. That, or you're a committed student and you have class tomorrow, and I respect that. I'm sorry that I called you a dirty liar. Is anyone here high on shrooms? I want to ask specifically if anyone is tripping on shrooms right now. I don't believe you. No. I'm terrified of shrooms. Not so much because of the side effects, more so because they're related to mushrooms, and I don't trust mushrooms. I never have. Far too many varieties. That's very shady. The truth is, though, it isn't just shrooms. I'm pretty wary of all drugs. I didn't drink or smoke at all in high school. My friends and I preferred that our Settlers of Catan parties be chem-free, mostly because we had no idea where to find chem. The truth is, though, I did smoke once in high school. It was the first time I'd ever really broken a rule, so I made sure to do it in the most cliche way possible. I rode my bike to meet Ben Steinloff at the train tracks. I had a big crush on Ben, so this was a big move. When I got there, he pulled this glass sculpture out of his backpack, and I was freaked out because I knew that it was a sex offering. I had read about those in Cosmo. Ben, oh my God, I didn't know that you felt this way about me. I definitely feel this way about you, and I know exactly where in my room I can put this in. Yeah, it's what we do the weed with. I knew that. I was just making sure that you knew that. After we'd been there for about 30 minutes, I looked at my phone and realized that I had 12 missed calls from my mom. 12 is a terrifying number of missed calls. When I have 5 missed calls from my mom, I know that she's at the grocery store and can't remember what kind of granola I like. It's Bob's Red Mill, Mom! But I had never had 12 missed calls from my mom before. I called her back and she actually wasn't mad, she just really wanted to know how my day was going. I made sure to play it very cool. This is what I said. Hi, Mom. Day good for me. Sit at desk and do home I did weed. Oh, Tori, you were so close to getting away with it. I knew Ben Steinloff because we went to high school together. In high school, I ran a club called Support for Positive Female Body Image, and the biggest project that I did as a leader was a poster campaign about catcalling. When conventionally attractive women get catcalled, it's disgusting. It's abhorrent and it's creepy. I give it 1 star on Yelp. I give it a rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but I don't really understand how that works. When I get catcalled, it's a little different. I was for a run the other day, and this old man pulled up next to me, and he's smoking a cigar as he drives his Kia Sorento through Brunswick Lane. And he pulls up next to me, and he looks me up and down, and he says, "Not too bad, not too bad." Honestly, it was amazing. My one hope when I wake up every morning, look in the mirror and get dressed, is that old men will look at me and think, eh. We have an above average show for you tonight. Collective Blowing is here. Enjoy.
Cafe, and I'm here to talk to you about my greatest passion, the Bowdoin Cafe. Here at that cafe, there are great deals, great coffee, overripe bananas, and so many varieties of kind bars, even dark chocolate, almond, and coconut.
Yeah, I'm in the back row, yeah.
I love so many things about the cafe, but my favorite thing is the people there. The cafe has the best customer service of anywhere on campus. Just hoist me! Here at the Bowdoin Cafe, we serve students and grown-ups. So whether young or old, come on down and ask about our secret menu, where you can get beverages like the Bowdoin beverage, with steamed milk, 2 pumps of caramel syrup, and 1 gram of cocaine! The pastries are full of flour, eggs, butter, sugar, and the secret ingredient is a touch of baking soda! Bacon, sausage. Our breakfast sandwiches come in bacon, sausage, blood diamond, and conflict-free diamond for all you PC rats out there. So don't hesitate. Come on down. Our hours are whenever you're willing to pick the locks. And we have the best coffee, or my name isn't Tory Cafe. It cured my back pain.
So, gentlemen, any issues we'd like to raise before we close?
Nothing from me, Washington. I'm with Jefferson. This whole revolution thing is going much better than expected.
Gentlemen, if I may.
Yes, Hamilton.
I am noticing that our cabinet lacks a wide range of representation. And I worry
What are you talking about? I'm from Shadwell, Virginia. George is from Fredericksburg, Virginia. And Jay's from the Big Orange.
I still feel a different fruit might better capture the essence of the city, but No. The Big Orange just rolls off the tongue. But anyway, Hamilton, go on.
Thomas does point out that we have a lot of geographic diversity.
Good for us, up top.
But I worry that our lack of lady folk is blinding us to some issues.
Yes, come to think of it, my Martha has been in such a mood since all of her tea got thrown to the harbor.
Yes, ladies do love their tea.
My Sarah gets absolutely hysterical if she doesn't have her tea.
Don't get me started about my Eliza. When she skips tea, she just starts burning things.
It is good for the ladies.
Yes, it calms them.
But even with their tea, I believe that ladies in this country are unhappy.
I mean, they have their tea. What more could they need?
I'm with Jefferson.
I believe that is precisely the problem. We don't know what ladies need.
Well, should we add a lady to the cabinet and ask her?
No! Oh, God, no! That is not what I am proposing.
Oh, my God.
For a second there, Alexander, I thought you were delusional.
I thought I had to make tea for Mrs. Hamilton over there.
No, gentlemen. I propose that we put our heads together and decide for ladies what they need to be happy.
Yes, this can work.
This could be very, very good.
So, any thoughts?
Well, our neighbor died in childbirth, and her neighbor died in childbirth, and her neighbor's neighbor died in childbirth. We could do something about that.
Thomas, what could we possibly do about that?
You're right, it was silly.
Now, what if we encouraged men to help around the house more?
And take away the most satisfying aspect of a lady's life? Good one, John. Great idea.
What if we created schools for ladies and treated them as our equals?
Oh, George, you tickle me.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Ooh. Hamilton, what exactly are you proposing?
Oh, I think I got it. Yes. My Eliza is always asking me if she looks fat in her petticoat. Do your wives do this?
Yes. My Martha's always fretting about the appearance of her bottom in her dress.
Oh. Exactly. What ladies have is a confidence problem. We need to make ladies feel better about themselves.
Oh, and Hamilton, how exactly do we do that?
Let me tell you, John. We tell the ladies how good they look. We compliment them all the time.
But whenever I tell my Martha she looks nice, she accuses me of lying.
My Martha, too.
Yes. That's why we won't compliment our wives. We will compliment women that we don't know.
Now, Hamilton, are you suggesting we walk up to random women and compliment them? We can't. That would be terribly threatening.
No. To avoid that, we will shout the complimented women as they pass by. Here, let me show you. Together, we could form the most perfect union.
That is good. My turn. Oh, you and I can ensure domestic tranquility. All right, good one, John. How about you stop taking around that horse-drawn buggy and take a ride on my dick?
Oh, Washington, you tiger. The women are going to love this.
I have to hand it to you, Hamilton. This is the best idea we've had since letting everyone have their own guns.
What do you remember from your childhood? Do you remember
sung those preschool ditties carved into your memory like hieroglyphs on the wall of an ancient Egyptian tomb. Now, what if I told you that those memories aren't exactly what they seem? What if I told you that your brain, so carefully molded from childhood, has deceived you? Let's take a look. Here's one we all know, the ABCs, a brick in the foundation of all our U's. But what if I told you that this song that we all know so well shares its sweet pattern of notes with another little ditty? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I've heard that the ABCs and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star share the same tune. But that is a matter of deceit. The real culprit? That's right. Thrift shop. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Class confessions, it's good to see you.
Thank you, but don't forget. Confession 164, not everybody comes.
That's a good overheard a good night, Bowdoin. I'm glad you're here.
I heard we're here today to kill missed encounters.
Oh, well, no, not quite. But we are here to find a new missed encounters and pass along the metaphorical meme baton, if you will.
Thank you, Bowdoin Memes. I know this is really hard for all of you, but thank you for staying so strong.
Right. So BME is graduating and will be pursuing a career and relinquishing her power at Bowdoin to take a job lobbying for big oil.
What can I say? Climate change isn't real. But I know I have some really big shoes to fill. I mean, this is Bowdoin missed encounters we're talking about here. Like, I'm making love matches, you guys.
Well, I don't know about love matches. I mean, Confession 121. Anyone else think monogamy is a hegemonic sham?
You're being too harsh, class confess. You just haven't found the one yet. Maybe you should submit a missed encounter of your own. How about that woke cutie from your soc class?
Yeah. Confession 14. Being able to spell Foucault doesn't make you woke.
Okay, let's focus up and remember the real reason we're here.
To kill a Titan!
No? Yeah. We're here to bring about a new Bowdoin missed encounters, right? So let's do what we always do and throw some slop in the tub and let the gods do their worst, huh?
Slop! Slop! Slop!
Right. So what ingredients do we need to summon a new BME?
Well, first of all, roses.
Good, good.
Unresolved sexual tension. Passive aggressive submissions.
Right.
Pheromones.
Good. And probably just one dash of disappointment. And you guys know the drill.
Hot take 125. Anyone else think we use music to feel the cheap
Keep playing! Yes. Welcome!
Hey, geez to meet ya.
Bowdoin missed encounters?
That's me, Bowdoin Cheese Bag. an asshole about it.
It's fine. We just need to revisit the ingredients that we put in the cup.
Maybe more wistful longing.
Okay?
Yeah, no, maybe more love, right? Right, more love.
Yeah, good luck with that. You know, I get no respect, no recognition. Here I am, fresh popped out of the slop cauldron. A good niche meme page, eh? Well, Parmesan, my friend.
No, hey, you know what? I know what the problem is. Class Confessions just needs to hit the right notes on the kazoo for once.
Okay, fuck you. I'm gonna add asbestos.
No, what? No asbestos in my slop cauldron. No.
Hey, I'm not provolone anymore. And who's this clown?
It's me, Bowdoin Ceilings.
You added too much freaking asbestos, Class Confess.
I heard that there's a fine line between ceilings and feelings. Confession 12, I feel attacked. Guys, we're getting really niche here. We need to focus.
I have a new picture to media common ceiling. Check out the monochrome.
I'm more niche than him, right?
Confession 86. Statistics say that at least 11% of seniors are misusing the word niche.
Overheard? No, that's too much. No.
Surely one of you has to be Bowdoin Missing Counters, right?
No, I'm Bowdoin Laundry View.
What possible recreation could that account serve?
I tell you what washers and dryers are available for you in your basements.
Doesn't that already exist?
No, it doesn't. I also tell you who's been moving your wet laundry out of the machine before you have any idea.
And I'm Bowdoin Creaky Floorboards! You know how all the floors go and they creak for you?
Yeah, creaking.
What about you? Let me guess, you're Bowdoin Drains, huh? No. How about Bowdoin Tahareras, huh?
Actually, I'm Bowdoin Guerrilla Marketing.
Fuck!
Hey, Guerrilla Marketing, you got a campus rep for cheese yet?
This is definitely the worst Mid-Coast Maine meme meeting that I've ever been a part of. But we can fix this, okay? Let's give this another shot, all right? Come on, hit it. Yes, it's working.
Me that's you?
Bowdoin Missing Counters?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh my god! Oh, Bowdoin Missing Counters. Come here. Tell me about your craft thus far, your vision.
Oh, I'm so excited to share with everyone. I just feel like the mystery involved is so underrated.
Yes, the chase.
Exactly, and I have so many good pictures I want to show people.
Oh, pictures? I guess that's like a new, fresh approach.
Do you have maybe a portfolio of your work we could see first?
Yeah, I've tried to keep like a really consistent aesthetic.
I've never matched couples based on aesthetic before. Let me see that. Oh my god.
Wait, what? Wait, this isn't creepy compliments given out by absolute strangers at all. This is just pictures of fog. Who are you?
It's just my account. Bowdoin Mist Encounters.
Hey guys, it's me again. Welcome to my new hangout. Long story short, I'm no longer allowed within 1,000 feet of the cafe and am being sued by the FDA, the DOJ, the EPA, the NSA, and the WNBA. There are so many great things about my new hangout spot. Look at all of the options of snacks. Way more than at the cafe. My favorite part is that I can be an independent woman and choose all by myself. Look. Coffee.
Yum.
Come on, sweetie, come on. Gibbs is ready.
Coming. I was just finishing with the dishes.
Do you want to go ahead, Gins?
Yeah, well, I'm going back to school later this afternoon, and I just wanted to talk to you about something before I left.
Of course, you can tell us anything.
Well, I love you both very much.
We love you too.
I've been thinking about telling you this for a while, but I think I've just been too nervous to... Mom, what are you doing?
I think we are going to want to remember this moment.
No, Mom, please.
Gins, 10 years from now, you are going to be glad we have this.
No, Mom, I don't want you to film, and I asked you to please call me by my middle name.
Well, okay then, Tom. Go ahead.
Well, I know you guys met in college.
At a rally for green earth rights, plants are people too.
No, they're not, but that's not the point. The point is that you learn new things about the world and about yourselves, and you changed as a result.
Yes, we finally started being ourselves.
Right, and I want to start being myself. I think I've known this all along, but I've just been...
Tom, you can tell us anything. We will love you no matter what.
We didn't have that support from our parents, but
We are here for you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, okay, I'm
Gay!
going to be an economics major. I'm going to study economics. It's my passion.
I'm sorry, what?
It's okay.
I can't help what I love.
Well, what about your theater classes or your sociology courses? You've been loving those, haven't you?
Honestly, Mom, no, I haven't been. I'm not going to be a theater major. I'd like to get a job after I graduate.
Waiting tables is a job, Gins.
Tom! My name is Tom. Do you think anyone's going to take me seriously if I introduce myself with a name like Ginsburg? Mom.
Do you think that people don't take Ruth Bader Ginsburg seriously?
Because her name is Ruth Bader Ginsburg? That woman is your namesake. She is a genius and a fighter. People don't take her seriously because she is 85 and falls asleep at her job. It has nothing to do with her name.
It's okay.
Economists are doing important work.
So what? You're gonna spend your life balancing your revenue with your bills and equalizing your checkbook? That is no way to live!
No, that doesn't even make any sense. Do you know anything about economics?
Hampshire didn't have an economics department.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you majored in mushroom farming.
It was called feminist agriculture.
Stop it! Both of you! We need to calm down. Test it down. Tom, take a breath. This has gotten out of hand and we need to recenter ourselves.
No, Mom, I'm 19 years old.
Tom, if you want to study econ, that's fine.
Well, I don't know if it's fine,
If
but...
you want to study economics, that is fine. We will support you no matter what. I will not let it tear this family apart. We are a cohesive unit. Special, different, unique ingredients all rolled up. Amazing result. We owe the government a lot of money. Can you fix that?
Hi, everybody. I'm Clay Rose. How's college going? I'm sure it can be pretty stressful sometimes, but you know, it can be a lot of fun too. you just gotta be sure to stay safe in the process, okay? Come on, let me show you what I mean.
Checkmate, dude!
We're playing Guess Who.
Looks pretty familiar, right? Hanging out, playing some board games. But what would you do if this happened?
Hey, you're going to the party later tonight, right? Want to take some shots beforehand?
Uh-oh! Alcohol has all sorts of negative health effects, and most importantly, it tastes icky. We better confidently assert our anti-alcohol values using I statements.
So I should tell her I'm on antibiotics.
No, everyone drinks on antibiotics. Tell her that taking shots is like letting the devil spit right into your mouth. Or, go with your gut, I guess.
Actually, I think I'm probably going to take it easy tonight.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's totally fine. I'll just take one for myself.
Okay. Jack really should have listened to me there. Who knows what kind of debauchery he's going to get pressured into later. Let's go check in with my friends Jenna and Steph. We'll see what they're up to.
Gosh, Steph, I am so nervous to go to class today. I didn't do the reading, and Professor Thomas always cold calls.
Hey, we should just skip class and go do skateboard tricks off war memorials.
Hold up! Wow, this is a difficult situation. You want to impress your cool friend Steph, but cutting class is against the rules. And not to mention that people have been pretty uptight about using war memorials for skateboard tricks lately.
Yeah.
We better do something quick to get her to drop this whole skipping class thing.
Okay. Sorry, Steph. I've already skipped class too many times, so if I skipped another, I'd fail.
That makes sense. No worries.
Way to go, Jenna. Now you've labeled yourself a truant, and you embarrass yourself in front of the hottest girl in the school. All right. We'll go check back in with Linda and Jack.
Man, this game is boring. These tiny faces all kind of look the same. Hey, you want to smoke some pot? My cousin's friend knows someone who has a joint.
Freeze! Pretty sketchy, huh? I hear that the jazz man's cabbage, after just one hit, you'll be listening to Tame Impala and torching your car for the insurance money. Does that sound fun to you? Huh? No? All right. So here's what we're gonna distract her, okay? Suggest getting a pizza.
Actually, I have class
A
later.
pizza!
Pizza!
Yeah, that's a good idea, dude. We'll definitely want pizza after all the munchies we have.
Shoot. Okay. On second thought, tell her that pizza has too many calories and you'd rather get a salad.
What?
No, and since you're having salad, you don't want to consume anything else that's green right now.
What if I just told her I'm not really in the mood to smoke?
You're not in the mood to smoke? Are you trying to get addicted to the hippies' rhubarb? Are you trying to join a weed cult and die as a blood sacrifice? No! It's too late now. You're gonna have to fight your way out. Take my shift. Go.
Actually, I don't really feel like smoking right now. Bye!
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Wow, I am just gonna have to assume that Jack made it out okay. But that was way too close of a call. Next time, we're gonna need a foolproof strategy.
Hey, Jenna, we're all gonna go by Appleton to bully the freshmen. You game?
Hold up! Okay, so that's clearly immoral, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna need a good excuse. Tell her that you have to go to your aunt's funeral.
Wait, but how is that, less immoral?
Tell her there is literally no other option that I can think of. Unless...
No, shit. I actually just, have a lot of homework. I'm sorry, I can't go.
That's no problem. Maybe tomorrow.
See, that's what happens when you go rogue on me, Jenna. When you're ready to responsibly lie to get out of a difficult situation, like a mature adult, you'll tell her that your aunt is dead and her funeral is today.
Okay, Clayton. I'm sorry I can't come. My dead aunt's funeral is today.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. How did she die?
Okay. So, we're gonna need a really believable story.
Yeah.
And it's gotta have enough detail that she will trust that we couldn't have possibly made it up on the spot.
Okay.
Tell her that your aunt died in a huge mansion fire, okay? And now her children, Sonny, Violet, and Klaus, are moving from foster home to foster home, and while being pursued by the villainous Count Olaf. But along the way, they uncover clues that reveal that their parents were part of a secret society that they knew nothing about.
I think that's just the plot to a series of unfortunate events by a Lemony Snicket.
Okay, fine. You know what? Good luck getting yourself out of this hole that I've dug us into.
Steph, she died after she was hit by a wrecking ball. So I can't come.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Were you close to her?
Oh my god, okay. So she's really asking tougher questions than a bull in a china shop.
What?
Why don't you tell her that...
Okay.
Hey, wait, and?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
We weren't close. I'm so sorry, but hey, your friends will always be here for you. And by here, I mean outside Appleton, making fun of the freshmen for not remembering who Tony Hawk is.
You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna come. Let's go.
I'll count that as a win for me, making lasting friendships happen.
Damn, I love this song. Hey, you know what's even better than Kanye West? Try and go for the first time.
Actually, I think I'm gonna pass. My friend told me it's bad for you.
Oh, freeze! If your friend told you to jump off a cliff, would you? Don't close yourself off to new experiences, okay? You know what? Linda, bring out the coat.
Hi, I'm Amber Hopsh. This year, Bowdoin Night Live decided to give out superlatives to Bowdoin students. I'm going to be collecting your votes and will announce the results at the end of the video. Let's go. Who at Bowdoin would you say has the best hair?
You know, I think I'm gonna have to go with Patsy Dickinson. She's my independent study advisor. Always wears her hair in 2 long braids. Only ever seen her one day without it.
Okay.
Very consistent.
Patsy Dickinson, you said? Patsy Dickinson. Who's most likely to be a cult leader?
I'm gonna say Sophie Callan right off the bat. She's very organized and very passionate.
Who at Bowdoin would you give a superlative to for the best smile?
Savina Hartnett.
Who's most likely to be classified? Philip Dietz Galaska.
Who do you think is Bowdoin's stupidest bitch?
Max Vogel.
Who at Bowdoin is most stylish?
Ellen Chapin.
Who at Bowdoin would you say is the best dressed?
Gotta be Calder McHugh.
Who do you think is Bowdoin's stupidest bitch?
Max Vogel. Max Vogel.
Who do you think is Bowdoin's stupidest bitch?
Max Vogel.
Who would you give the superlative to for best beard? Beard? Riley Harris. Hands down. Who at Bowdoin do you think is the most artistic?
Rachel Mann.
Real journalism.
Who do you think is Bowdoin's stupidest bitch?
Max Vogel.
Who's most likely at Bowdoin to become the president of the United States?
Definitely Kristen Bishop.
Okay, Bo, who's Bowdoin's stupidest bitch?
Stupidest bitch. Gotta go with Max Vogel.
Who is Bowdoin's stupidest bitch?
Max Vogel.
So, Baxter Ladd, thank you for coming back to relationship counseling. I think there's some issues that we want to work out here.
No! Dudley Co, ask Lad where he sees our relationship in the future.
Okay, Ladd, I know there have been a lot of changes in your life recently. Sophomores moving out, seniors moving in, but where do you see this relationship going?
Well, I mean,
You're going!
Baxter, if you interrupt again, I will call the non-emergency security line.
Dudley, come on. It was a hypothetical.
I just think Baxter and I need to see other houses.
Well, my location is so central.
Dudley, don't you see how childish Baxter is being? Baxter, come on. I just want to see older, more mature structures.
Mature. Mature. I clean my basement every other weekend. I am crawling with borderline blackout e-hosts.
Calm down. Remember our breaths. Coming out of the cage, and I've been doing just fine.
Meanwhile, I'm busy being a real living room of campus. A real mature house wouldn't open up the night of my Jersey party.
Okay, I'm so sorry that nobody came to your New Jersey Turnpike themed campus walk.
We wasted so much money on easy passes that night.
Okay, I think we need a bit more structure to keep this productive. Why don't each of you take a moment and silently draw your feelings? May I see what you've drawn? There are a lot of strong emotions at play here. Why don't we dive in? Why don't each of us take a moment and remember to use our our house statements?
I'm not a house. I'm a home.
Okay, well, I think that Lad spends way too much time at Schwa's, and he knows my fake ID isn't good enough to get in.
Baxter, I'm sorry. Sweaty grinding just isn't my thing anymore.
What do you mean sweaty grinding isn't your thing anymore?
I'm sorry, but I'm renovated now. I want to breathe the stale air of the basement. I want to get wine drunk and hook up with someone on my LinkedIn.
Lad, come on! It's a beautiful thing. You started the party, and I ended it. You hosted Ladio, and I got blackout. We just have such a strong foundation.
Baxter,
Yes, Lad, you can tell me anything.
I've been having an affair.
Why do I
sir, it's not burn. I'm not trying to get a UTI. It's Booty Johnson.
Booty Johnson. What, did I not have enough booty for you?
Okay, I think this is the wrong tone.
You just had to go to the old BJ house.
No, it's not that
I had to take your Johnson to the Johnson.
How did they name a house that?
Look, Baxter, you know I have my honors thesis due in 3 weeks, and I'm only 3 pages in, even though I spent the last 72 hours in the stacks. What's getting at you, really?
It's nothing.
Come on, you can tell me.
No.
Tell me, Bax, come on.
Lad, I'm pregnant. Pregnant.
You've got to stop telling people you're pregnant to get out of your problem.
No, really. I am. Look, here's a picture of the ultrasound.
Can child support come out of the house budget?
Welcome to Campus Update. I'm Sophie Sadovnikov.
And I'm Jesse Chung.
The Bowdoin class of 2022's acceptance rate this year is the lowest ever. In other news, there has been an exponential increase in the percentage of admitted students with superiority complexes.
Earlier this semester, we received the sad news that Tim Deal of the Career Planning Department is leaving Bowdoin. The good news is you can tune in this fall for his new hit game show on NBC, Tim Deal or No Tim Deal.
Criticism of the orientation program Perspectives has led ResLife to revamp the production to be more educational. Now, Perspectives 2 will teach incoming students about concepts like things that are far away from you look small.
Clayton Rose sent a text message to the Bowdoin campus community earlier this semester in order to solicit feedback about Bowdoin's funding priorities. Due to a low response rate, however, Clayton's publicity team will slide the next survey into students' Instagram DMs.
In national news, Minority Leader Chuck Schumer introduced a federal bill to decriminalize marijuana. His office followed it up with a bill declaring that the universe is like so crazy, man.
Bowdoin reached carbon neutrality 2 years ahead of schedule. That makes me feel a whole lot better about leaving my shower on all day so I never have to wait for the water to warm up.
Wait, Jesse, if we're carbon neutral now, does that mean whippets are okay?
Yes, I mean, if the environmental impact is the only thing stopping you from doing whippets, then for sure, so
Giant pandas are no longer an endangered species. Unfortunately for giant pandas, they're still big, clumsy, poorly camouflaged bears that only eat one kind of plant and mate like once every 25 years in one of the fastest industrializing countries in the world, so it's really just a matter of time.
In a national tragedy, Barbara Bush died last week. And killed by heartbreak, Barbara Bush's biggest fan, Avicii, followed a few days later. Before spring break, a few Bowdoin students had run-ins with the Brunswick Police Department. Some students received warnings or fines, though not all truly understood how their actions were not in line with general Maine state regulations. Here to talk about her experience with us today, it's Above the Law, Laura.
Hi guys, so great to be back.
So Laura, tell us exactly how your encounter with the BPD went down.
Okay, Sophie, so here's what happened. I was with my girls on Saturday, and we were going from Belmont to Bowker, because Belmont was kind of lame. Anyway, this man came up to me, and he was wearing navy blue and a gold brooch, and started asking me all these questions.
That sounds stressful. Who was the man?
Jesse, it was literally the cops.
Holy cow! What did you do?
Yeah, so he was like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then I was cited for underage drinking and public intoxication.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, so then I was like, "I don't excuse excuse me, Mr. Officer, like, I don't think you understand. I'm a Bowdoin student.
What do you mean? You know that underage drinking is illegal, right, Laura?
Sophie, but that doesn't, like, really apply to me, you know?
Public intoxication is pretty frowned upon, especially in a little town like Brunswick.
Wait, Jesse, I get that, but, like, that doesn't really apply to, like, me, you know?
I'm not quite sure I'm getting what you're saying here, Laura.
Sophie, when they write those kind of rules, it's not really about, like, people like us.
Well, Laura, what are you getting at?
Jesse, okay? You just don't understand. You know, Jesse,
I just really don't think what you're saying is true.
If it wasn't true, okay, why did my dad only have to pay $80,000 to the Brunswick, Maine town hall to get the citation go away?
What?
Yeah, I know. That's like nothing, okay? Anyway, at least it wasn't the most annoying one. One time I was jaywalking outside of Lighthouse with like my supportive girls, and a cop came up to us and cited us for public urination.
Wait, if you were jaywalking, were you all peeing in the middle of the street?
I mean, like, yeah, but like that kind of stuff doesn't apply to like me or my close-knit friend group, you know? The world is our toilet.
I don't think you understand how the law works.
And then one time I was taking a handle of Malibu from Hanny's, and this cop came up to me and was like, "You have to pay for that," even though I'm allergic to coconut.
I'm really sure that's relevant, Laura.
Yeah, and one time I was outside of Bruns, and this cop came up to me and was like, "You just decapitated a woman with your car," and I was like, "That's ridiculous."
And that is all the time we have. Thank you so much for coming above the law, Laura. You are not welcome back.
You know that doesn't apply to me, Sophie, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
This spring, the most overbooked class during course registration was Understanding Climate Change. To account for all the students who missed the material, the registrars added an even lower level course entitled Making Random Guesses About Climate Change.
During his testimony before Congress, Mark Zuckerberg made it very clear that he invented Facebook in his dorm room. The most impressive thing I've ever done in my dorm room is nutted right into the wastebasket. Kendrick Lamar won a Pulitzer Prize for Damn last week. When asked for a comment, the Pulitzer Committee representative said, "Did you know there's music out there other than classical music?"
Paul Ryan announced that he will not seek re-election and will retire from Congress after this year. Ryan will leave some big shoes to fill. Where are they going to find someone else who can't get anything done and has size 13 feet?
LeBron James scored 46 points last week against the Pacers in the playoffs. That guy must really like basketball.
This week, the CDC warned consumers about an E. coli outbreak that affected romaine lettuce. No more romaine lettuce? What am I supposed to masturbate with now? Spinach?
Facing a wave of protests after 2 racial bias incidents in its stores last week, Starbucks announced that it will close all locations nationwide for racial bias training on May 29th. While some have criticized this as a PR stunt, it's still doing better than Dunkin' Donuts, who frantically added a line of white guilt culottes to their menu.
Speaking of white guilt, today is Bowdoin One Day.
Now, the other day, I won a $5 gift card to Wild Oats, and all I had to do was tell a random psych student really intimate details about my sex life. Here to present on hopefully unrelated data, it's Steve the psych student.
Wow, Jesse, thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate your openness in my survey, but I was only asking about your study habits. I'm not sure how relevant it was that you can only orgasm if you're sitting in that chair in front of you.
I really thought it was anonymous.
I definitely did not say that. Anyway, I do have a bunch of statistical representations to get through, so we should get started.
Yes, please change the topic.
So we started by trying to observe, tendencies and make comparisons to see where the data would take us. Discovering how seemingly unlike things might share something critical in common. Obviously, we wanted to continue gathering data related to Ivies and to the student body, but we just felt stuck. We did uncover some new trends, but it just didn't feel Good question. People often do tell me that it feels like Ivies flies by. We knew this couldn't be entirely explained by just how much fun you were having, which is when it hit us that everyone also does have a paper due in a few days.
Wow, what did people have to say about this year's Ivies lineup?
Well, people are certainly excited to see DRAM, but I do have a word of warning. Our data shows that DRAM is good enough to have a substantial chance of canceling last minute. Luckily for everybody, AJR does not have anything better to do.
So what did you learn about the Ivies events leading up to the concerts?
Yeah, so we thought that brunch presented an interesting conundrum. You'll see that your standard brunch isn't especially classy, but add a few glasses of champagne or mimosas and you really class up the junk. But you will see that that takes a steep dive on Friday.
So do you have anything a bit more wholesome, maybe something about student health or housing?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. We also did want to study student health. So we chose to look into anemia. We thought that's a fun thing that afflicts a bunch of students. As expected, anemia is very common among pregnant women and among vegetarians, but it's almost never found in Iron Man. In the next slide, I look at what would make some students more likely to live on campus. It's an issue that the administration has been reckoning with. Students did express that they'd be interested in more single bedrooms or a larger kitchen, but we found that the most important factor was a large concrete floor with a drain at the top. Now, with my next slide, I don't want to imply anything directly, but I will let all of you speculate wildly.
That does seem suspicious. Now, Christine, how do you gather all this data?
Thanks for asking. That might be a great moment for a demonstration. Here, out of everyone in the world, who would you most want to wallop right in the kisser? You can just vote now. Text 800-588-2300. Go ahead. Come on, get those votes in. I'll give you just a few more seconds. The data's compiling. And the results are in! You all voted like Jesse Joe. I guess that nut in a wastebasket joke didn't go over too well.
Okay, I think we're probably out of time, Steve.
Thanks everybody, and don't forget to wait around for Jesse in the lobby after the show.
This is the campus update. You love our Jesse.
Hello, and welcome to Opinion Family Feud. In this game, you'll be asked a series of questions and will be expected to know your own opinions. If you're right, you'll get points. If they're wrong, not so much. I'm your host, Steve. Before we get started, I'd just like to take a brief moment to thank our sponsors, Anderson Cooper 360, Helga's Taco Barn, and Books. Thank you so much for making Opinion Family Feud possible. All right, first question on the board with 6 answers. Let's play. All right, ready? Name the best shape of pasta. And over to Chris.
Angel hair.
Show me angel hair. Unfortunately, angel hair is not one of the best types of pasta. Over to Judy with the steal.
Bow tie.
Show me bow tie! Oh, you gotta be Okami number 1! Judy, would the Flan family like to play?
Yeah, we want to play!
Alright, I'll join you over here so I can get to know the Flan clan a little bit better. Alright, Judy, so tell me, what do you do?
I'm a teacher.
She's a teacher! That's so great, Judy. You're so great. Okay, now, Judy, as you know, your family's topic is best shape of pasta. You'll each have to give your best guess as to what the best shape of pasta is. After 3 wrong guesses, it'll go over to the Maple family for the steal. Are you all ready to play? Yeah! Great! Who's first? Is it Rod?
It is Rod.
Nice to meet you, Rod. Now, tell me something about yourself, Rod.
I'm the guy at your ATM that pushes the money through the slot.
Rod, you're so great, Rod. All right, Rod, all right. Tell me, what's the shape of pasta you like?
Penne.
Show me penne pasta. You gotta be kidding me. It comes in hot at number 3. Rod, way to go. Let's move on down the line now. Who do we have here?
I'm Shelly.
Oh, hello, Shelly. Now tell me, what do you do?
I bake canned rolls for my family and friends.
Oh my gosh, that's so great, Shelly. You're amazing. Okay, Shelly, tell me, what's the best shape of pasta?
Fontanelli.
Ooh, I'm so sorry, Shelly, but fontanelle is not your favorite type of pasta because it's actually the soft spot on a fetus's skull. No, you didn't, but there's still one more chance for the Flan family to earn some points. Who's last?
It's me, Ragu.
Why, hello, Ragu. Now, what does Ragu do?
I make specialty soups.
Oh my God, Ragu, you're amazing, Ragu. I love you. Okay, Ragu, tell me, what's the best shape of pasta?
Tortellini.
Show me tortellini. Oh my God, number 2. The Flan family gets the whole top 3 and earns 3,000 points. You sure do love your pasta. Okay, it's not over yet for the Maple clan. They'll have a chance to make a big comeback with a new topic. But first, why don't I get to know the Maples? Who's up first?
Hi, I'm Gune.
Hi, Gune, and what do you do?
I'm a train conductor.
That's so great, Gune! That's so great! Now, Gune, are you ready to earn some points for the Maple clan with a new topic?
I am.
All right, Gune, ready? Your topic is... Where do we go when we die?
Wait, what?
Gune, where do we go when we die? And please be.
I believe we go to God's heaven.
Show me God's heaven! Unfortunately not, Gune. We do not go to God's heaven when we die. All right, who's up next for the Maples? Is it Tina?
It is.
Oh, nice to meet you, Tina. Tell me, Tina, what do you do?
I build.
She builds! That's great, Tina. You're so great. Now, Tina, I've got a question for you. Tell me, where do we go when we die?
I believe we recede into the nothingness from which we came.
Show me we recede into the nothingness from which we came. Oh, unfortunately, incorrect, Tina. We do not recede into the nothingness from which we came. Maple Clan not doing so well so far, but they still got one chance to make a big comeback with some big points. Now, tell me, what's your name?
It is I, Fleming Maple.
And what do you do, Fleming?
I founded the Fleming Maple Academy where I teach dozens of 7-year-olds karate. My pupils change the aglets in their shoelaces for tinfoil when I deem appropriate.
Well, isn't that wonderful? All right, Fleming, tell me, where do we go when we die?
I'm glad you asked. When we die, we are transported to a field of tulips, from where Joaquin Phoenix looks down on us from the sun, like the baby sun in Teletubbies, and whispers sweet nothings into our ears until we fall asleep.
Show me when we die, we are transported to a field of tulips, where Joaquin Phoenix looks down on us from the sun, like the baby sun in Teletubbies, and whispers sweet nothings into our ears until we fall asleep. Wow! Thank you,
for playing today. I'd like to thank our sponsors one more time, Anderson Cooper 360, Helga Stockelborn, and Bucks, and the Maple family for your winningest participation. We'd like to offer you a 2005 Jeep Cherokee. Thank you so much, Plan, and Maple Clusters. Have a good night, everybody.